So this is my presentation on the University of Konstanz. So first of all, just kind of talk about the city itself and how to get to the city and just a general surrounding area, and then I'll go into more detail about the university itself and what the university has to offer. So first of all, the city itself. So obviously, Konstanz is a university city with a population of around 80,000. So in comparison to somewhere in Ireland, it's just about bigger than Galway City. It's at the western end of Lake Konstanz, and it's right down the south of Germany, just on the Swiss border. The River Rhine runs through the city and divides the city in two. So to the north of the river, you have the university, and to the south, you have the old town. And then this is just a map of the city itself. So as you can see, to the north of the river, this is where the university will be, and all the industrial estates and residential areas are. And then to the south of the river, this is where the old town will be, and the Swiss border is just here then. And as you can see in the right foreground then, this is just Lake Konstanz. So travel, so how to get to the city. So the nearest airports are Stuttgart, Basel and Zurich, and each have a direct train to Konstanz. However, you can't go directly from Cork to any of these cities. You have to go from Dublin. Alternatively, if you did want to go from Cork, you go Cork Munich. However, there's no direct train, so it's a 6-hour train journey from Munich to Konstanz. What university recommends, they say on the website that you should go Zurich Konstanz. It's only about an hour and a half train, and it's only about €20. So I suppose it's probably the easiest option. And then onto Lake Konstanz. So this is kind of one of the main tourist attractions in the area. So auf Deutsch, it's just known as der Bodensee. It's at the northern foot of the Alps, and it borders Germany, Switzerland, and Austria. It's very popular for water sports like canoeing or kayaking or sailing. There's many beaches around the lake itself, and there's about 13 islands on the lake. Some have like shopping centres and shops and those different activities for tourists, and then others are more small. They might have a few parks, but we no one actually living on those islands as such. And then this is just a map of the lake itself and the surrounding area. So as you can see, Konstanz is to the west end of the lake, and then you see the Alps down here, just to the southern end of the lake, and you see Switzerland just over here, just in the left foreground. And then this is one of the lakes around, one of the beaches around the lake, and then you can see the Alps then distance. So then now on to the university itself. So the university is located in Giesberg, so it's just 3 kilometers from the city centre, and so it's quite close. And as you can see, kind of in the middle foreground, the campus buildings are quite close together. Essentially, it's just kind of one big building, which is quite handy. So you don't have to go from, let's say, like the Connolly to Western Gateway, like in UCC. There's a campus beach nearby, which would be quite handy in the summer months. It's ranked among the top 250 universities globally by the Times Higher Education, and it's known by it's known as the Small Harvard by German media. That's come up a lot, just kind of when I've been kind of researching online about the university. There's 3 faculties: the sciences, the humanities, and law, and the sciences, humanities, and the law, economics, and politics. There's a free pre-semester language course. So whereas maybe some universities have to pay, in Konstanz the intensive language course is free. And then there's just over 9,000 students in the university, so it's slightly smaller than UCC. Now onto the university facilities. So the university library is 24/7. There's around 2 million books, and it holds up to 700 people at any one time. The university also has a language institute, which is quite handy. So it offers courses for students like the pre-semester language course. So one of the main features which would be handy for us is that they have a self-access study area. So if one wants to kind of independently improve on their German, they have different sources of media on their computers that one can work away on. And as I said, by themselves. They also organise tandems. So like here in UCC, they can pair you up with a native German speaker, Obviously then they have the international office, which would be handy. They have the University Sports Centre, like here in UCC, and then they have the Seaside Student Centre. Seaside is the Students' Union there, and similar to the Students' Union here in UCC, they just kind of help students with accommodation, and they organise the Mensa as well. So then these are just pictures inside the university. The university is it's quite a modern building, and then this is another picture again. So the roof of the university. Also on the sport at the university. So the university offers 51 different sports, and then these are broken into 4 different categories: ball sport, riding sport, fitness sport, and camp sport. There's 13 different types of dance classes as well, so if you're into dance, obviously they have a lot to offer. There's a sports semester ticket, which is just €5, but then you get this access to all sports. As one of the main benefits at the university in terms of sport is that because the university is so close to Lake Konstanz, so you can do sports like kayaking, canoeing, which other universities won't be able to offer. And again, because the university is so close to the Alps, the university often organise excursions to the Alps, which again you will get to do most other universities. What one thing I kind of found was that for university sports, especially in Konstanz anyway, is that everything is kind of online. You have to register for most things. A lot of things, or the majority of things, require pre-booking. It doesn't seem to be like where in Ireland you just kind of show up in the day. It all has to be kind of done beforehand. And this is a picture of people kayaking on the lake, and then again this is just the Alps in the distance. And then I suppose accommodation costs. So this is all again according to the university website. It's approximately €735 a month. They say university accommodation is between $280 and $350 a month, and private accommodation is between $300 and $450. And then your food and meals is between $120 and $250 a month. Again, but then this is all from the Mensa. And your local transportation is €50 per semester, and this gives you access to all local bus routes and many ferries that cross the lake to different parts. And then there's a campus fee, which is an admin fee, from what I can tell. It was €90 to €150 for the year. Again, obviously, this the €735 a month obviously will vary on a lot of things depending on what you go out and stuff like that. And then this the academic calendar for 2017-2018. So there's obviously the intensive language course, which runs for the 4 weeks of September, and then you kind of have a week off, and before you have an introduction week then on the 16th of October, when your classes won't officially start the 23rd of October, and the classes will run right through to the 17th of February 2018. But then you obviously have your 2 weeks off for Christmas from the 23rd of December to the 6th of January, and your exams will just go up to the beginning of March. And then after your 4 weeks off in March, during this period, if you want, you can do another intensive language course. Your classes then will start on the 16th of April and will right through to the 21st of July. And depending on your exams, you could go up to the middle of August. But again, this is all depending on what exams and modules you pick. And then there's a price overview. Again, this is all from the university website, so it's just kind of a comparison to what ours was, just kind of a general guideline of how much things would cost. I mean, most things are similar to Ireland. I know, liter milk 60 cents to €1, loaf of bread €1.20 to €3. So many things are vague, like theatre ticket $6 to €30, or pair of pants $30 to €100. So I wouldn't really mind them. It's just a general guideline, really. Beer is only €2 to €3, which is a bit cheaper than it is here. Then the social life. So again, all this information is what I kind of gathered from student reviews, or students who are on Erasmus in Konstanz and what they found. And generally, from what I gathered, there's a major nightlife in Konstanz, but Barry's nightclub will be the kind of main nightclub that all students go to. kind of most people tend to go to maybe beers or sorry, to go to pubs or bars in Germany as opposed to clubs. In winter, most people seem to go to the Brewhouse, the Cocktail Bar, and the Shamrock, and in the summer, the Beer Cart and the Half and Halle seems to be the place to be. But again, this is all from student reviews, so it wouldn't be, or this wouldn't be exactly true, maybe. And then the Konstanz Christmas Market is kind of one of the main attractions in Konstanz. Over 400,000 people visit the market each year, and there's a stall stretching right up through the town, right up to the harbour. And then finally, just one of the links I found is just about people who were on their Erasmus in Konstanz and how they found and how they got on. In general, most people really enjoyed their time in Konstanz. From what I've kind of read and found, there weren't any major complaints. No one really seemed to hate the place. Overall, people really enjoyed their time there, from what I could see. Yeah, so basically that's it. So I hope you have maybe found something of interest of that and you learned a bit about Konstanz. So yeah, just thanks for watching anyway.